You wake up, you check your bank balance, you think that number is your money. But what if it isn't? What if the money you earn, the money you save, the money you trust your future to, isn't actually controlled by you, your bank, or even your government? What if there's a hidden system beneath all of it? Silent, invisible, and more powerful than elections, laws, or markets. A system so complex that almost no one understands it, and so essential that if it breaks, everything stops. So the question isn't how much money do you have? The real question is, who actually controls it? Money didn't always work like this. Once money was physical, gold, silver, coins you could hold. If you had it, you owned it. But as economies grew, carrying wealth became dangerous. So people stored gold with goldsmiths. And goldsmiths issued receipts. Those receipts became money. Then came banks, and a realization that changed history. Not everyone asked for their gold back at the same time. So banks began lending money that didn't exist. This was the birth of modern finance, and the first layer of the hidden system. Here's the illusion. You deposit $1,000 into a bank. You think it just sits there. It doesn't. The bank keeps a fraction, then lends the rest. That loan becomes a deposit somewhere else, which gets lent again, and again, and again, like mirrors reflecting mirrors. Your $1,000 quietly becomes $9,000, or $20,000, or more. Money created from promises. But banks aren't the top of the pyramid. Above them sit central banks. They don't print money like newspapers show. They create it digitally, with keystrokes. When markets panic, they inject liquidity. When governments overspend, they buy debt. When banks fail, they step in, not to save people, to save the system. And above central banks, a network few ever talk about. Interbank lending markets, clearinghouses, settlement systems. This is where trillions move daily, out of sight. The plumbing of global money. And if the plumbing clogs, everything floods. In 2008, the system blinked. Banks stopped trusting each other. Overnight lending froze. Not because money was gone, but because faith was. ATMs were days from shutting down. Payrolls from failing. Global trade from freezing. Most people never noticed. Because central banks did the unthinkable. They created trillions, quietly, rapidly. Without permission, the system survived. But it changed forever. From that moment on, markets learned something dangerous. If the system is big enough, it will always be saved. Losses privatized, risk socialized, and the hidden system grew larger, more complex, more fragile. Today, the system controls inflation, asset prices, housing markets, your retirement. Money no longer represents value. It represents confidence. And confidence is managed. When money expands, assets rise. Those who own assets get richer. Those who earn wages fall behind. This isn't a conspiracy. It's a design. A system built for stability that quietly concentrates power. And the more invisible it becomes, the harder it is to question. Here's the truth. You don't live in a free market. You live in a managed one, where money is created by institutions you'll never vote for and never see. The system doesn't care about fairness. It cares about survival. And as long as it keeps running, it will continue to decide who wins and who waits. The question isn't whether the system will change. The question is, will you understand it before it does? If money is trust, and trust is managed, who do you think this system really serves? Tell me in the comments.